Namaste. Welcome back my way on this divinely guided day. I'm gonna just leave it just like that. Family, look what came out, and then on the split, look what comes out on the split. I'm gonna leave it like that. Welcome to all the 1111 Energy Soul Tribe family. If you are returning, welcome back. If you are new here, have a seat. Take a get your drink. Okay, this looks like this is gonna be a real nice good read. All right. Sometimes I come in hot and sometimes not. What that means though is I do cuss and curse. I speak the truth and I call out names of guided too. Hopefully you can vibe like that. And if you can, allow me to be the first to welcome you and to my A1s as my look, as I said, as my day ones, to my A1s as my day ones. I love you and the divine loves you to the soul tribe family as a whole. I love you and the divine loves you. Okay. Y'all, you already know we're gonna have some karmics and some cross watchers over here. So it's all right. They can have a seat, they can either resonate or not. But nevertheless, family, you know what time it is over here. Let me tell you. You are no longer on this matrix or in this matrix. It has been confirmed with what first came out. But before I hop up in here, thank you for the likes, the shares, the subscribes, and let's bring in the divine, our angels, and our ancestors of the highest light. Okay. All right. Sun energy here, could be moon energy here, yin yang energy here, light dark energy could be here. Okay. Flip the roles as you see fit. You know what tribe you come from. You could be someone from the dark. You could be someone from the light. Okay. Only you know what's going on in your life and how you live it. Let's tap in. Divine, at this time, I ask that you continue to keep us protected during this read, all reads, and all the time. I ask that you provide us with clear and concise messages, as well as clarity, guidance, intuition, wisdom, and discernment. Any negativity, any toxicity, any evil being thrown or projected at myself or the Soul Tribe family, I ask that you shield our minds, bodies, souls, and vessels from it as we too shield our minds, bodies, souls, and vessels from it, clearing, canceling it, and releasing it back to the universe. Ashe, and thank you. All right, family. So, look, the first thing that came out, you a goddess uploading, okay? Goddess or God, flip the roses you see fit, but this does say goddess uploading, okay? With that is your soulmate. Your soulmate is here. They're close to you. They're in your present energy. You've always been a goddess uploading. Boom. Y'all about to step into some generational wealth here because you, my dear, are no longer in the matrix. Matrix came out in the reverse. Feeling stuck and repeating cycles. Look for the signs. Okay. You are no longer in the matrix, but somebody is very anxious at this time because of this. They know you tapped in and they're anxious because they know they had greed. It was all about greed. All these attacks had something to do with greed. Okay, family? I feel like your spiritual baths that you've been taking have been actually helping you and healing you. This person had no clue who they were dealing with. They had no clue about the fool's journey here. Okay. You may have taken a leap of faith. This person right here didn't think it was going to work. These people that are in the matrix that you are no longer in, they know nothing about the fool's journey at all. Those spiritual baths you've been taking, sis, bro, they helping. Okay. They helping. I feel like, yeah. Oh, Emperor is here. The Emperor is here. Okay. This is your divine mask energy. Okay. Somebody hears the divine masculine. You are here. Your energy is here. Okay. Empress, the Emperor is here. God is uploading. The God is here. Okay. Let me tell you, there's a lot of power and strength in this relationship because this person here is also tied to generate generational wealth, just like you. Okay. And there's leadership qualities about them. All right. There's also order and discipline here and a lot of masculinity. Look, both y'all was born. Look, as I'm playing with the both y'all came from the Phoenix rising energy. Okay. Both of y'all have risen out of the ashes. All right. It says here, Phoenix Rising, whoever counted y'all out or counted you out, family, or them, or both of y'all, masculine, feminine energy, whoever counted y'all out couldn't count. Okay, they could not count. You're back and better than ever. Okay, the repeated cycles that you are talking about or that you are seeing are the same ones where these people kept on an everyday, all time basis, trying to come up into your energy with some bullshit. And as usual, family, you just mind your business and you stay to yourself. But like this is the energy is getting off the last read. Enough was enough, though. An emperor watched you come. Both y'all come from the same cloth. Y'all cut from the same cloth, you and this energy. hmm And this is your soulmate. Your soulmate know you ain't in the matrix no more. And they know that a lot of people took you for a fool, but you are not. And that's what they anxious about now because they know it was behind greed. Now they know you tapped in. They know you tapped in with the self-love and the what is that thing, Popo? Energy. Yeah. And they thought you were entrapped. They look, these are energies that thought they had you trapped. I feel like they got trapped. Like somebody's feeling like they fell for the okie doke. Seriously. Okay, because with this Fang Popo, you were always balanced, wisdom, and throughout every transformation. Even though it may have been difficult for you to figure out what was going on at first, because you're like, how the fuck is this? This don't make no sense. Ain't nobody supposed to run into this much goddamn turbulence. You always were balanced. It was people trying to throw you off balance. Mhm. They wanted you to feel entrapped. They really did. A lot of people wanted you to feel entrapped, family. They wanted to feel like there was nowhere for you to go, nowhere. And you like to leave. I don't have time. You can move when you get ready to move. You can move around. When I say move, that may mean physically moving, or that just may mean move the way you choose to move or not. Something about that too. Like you real wise. You already know. Constant traffic means constant spending. Something about that. But the self love that you have for yourself, it says here, loving yourself inside and out, okay? Putting yourself first, speak life over you, okay? Positive affirmations, awakening to how beautiful you are. This is what you've been doing. This is what you've been doing. That's why I'm saying spirit says you're tapped in. See, during these times where people feel you're entrapped, no, you actually tapped in. You tapped into what you're supposed to be doing. I promise you, you are. See, out in them streets, that's too much distraction. Something about you really honing in right here where you are on your skill sets, your gifts, whatever that is. I feel like a lot of y'all, shoot you channelers. Either with cards, without cards, whatever the case may be. You don't need cards. Okay. Some of y'all don't. You make your own cards and your own channel messages up. I love pictures and colors and art and shit. So I love me some decks. But for whoever this is resonating with, you already know where the shoe fit. You know that this person is here. You feel them. So something about this entrapment, people feel like they just played themselves. That's why, man, they thought they were entrapping you. I can't make it up. You got Aphrodite out here in the Empress, and there's the Emperor. I can't make it up. Yes, you are this emperor's life force. He is your life force, okay? You're very nurturing, you're very creative. You have discovered a lot about yourself through this journey. There's self-care here. You're very connected to nature, all right? There's a Venus bond between two, honey. There's the emperor, and there you are. Aphrodite here, all about love, beauty, fertility, okay? Lust, pleasure, and passion. And procreation. Okay. I feel like, listen, you done did all that. For some of y'all, you done did all that. Every last thing that Aphrodite has done. You have been a mother, you have been a father, you have procreated. Okay. You have loved, you have been this pleasure. And for this emperor, he knows you well seasoned. There's not too much there. Y'all are just gonna mesh. Y'all are just gonna mesh. Archangel, Archangel Ariel, yeah. Light of God, wisdom, intellectual. Ooh, that's sexy. Okay. Insight, solution, strengthens faith and creative powers. Like both of y'all together, and then we have Anouk over here. Both of y'all together is game over, honey. That's all I can say. Yeah, your daddy could have had something to do with this connection, hooking y'all up. Your old treacherous ass daddy or some shit. I'm playing. Let me read this. Never mind. I'm just kidding. Okay, it's me being funny. All right. Yes, you have Archangel Ariel here. Okay, the light of God, wisdom, intellect, insight, solutions, strengthens faith, creative powers. I feel like that is coming in because, yeah, the fertility and the overflow, okay? The Nile and the flow of abundance. Embrace the flow. Like you and this energy are going to embrace each other's flow, okay? Something about this, a father's love is involved here, okay? Whether you think your father loves you or not, the father's love is here. And with this combination, with the emperor and the empress out here, it is game over. It is game over for folks. I can't make it up and then look at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, this is a divine union. And everything is in alignment. hmm hmm Something about you, yes. What does that say? Focus. Okay. Focus on this twin flame soulmate energy because that's exactly what it is. Twin flames, you learn from one another. This is your soulmate, though. This is your lifelong partner. You're going to be learning from one another and you are going to be connected for the rest of y'all's lives. So focus on that energy. hmm Focus on that energy. You got Demeter out here. There's growth here. There's nourishment of the earth, a harvest in this change. Not everybody gets a connection like this. Not everybody gets a connection like this. Hold on. I was gonna say something, but I'm just let that little music play. I don't know who got that going, but okay. I had to listen to what was being said. You feel me, family? So you have Celine out here. Yeah. Power to give. Okay. I feel like you have the power to give. Now with Celine coming out here, honey, she seems like she kind of treacherous though. She got the power to give sleep and light to the night. Okay. So, I mean, this feels to me like you move in the light, but you have a dark side. Okay, for whoever's resonating with this portion of the message. Okay, you could have that FAFO type energy, or something about you is like that. Okay, but you are the bringer of the light in the dark places, and you are ever changing. Okay, this energy knows that too about you. They know that shoot, you may have your focus can be in multiple areas at a time or areas of focus, depending on what you're going through. Somebody wants you to sit down and actually focus in on this relationship because it's here. And I feel like you know it. And then you have Archangel Michael here. I cannot make it up. The protector of the gods chosen. The protector of God's chosen, the deliverer of judgment, freer of the possessed. Honey, Archangel Michael came in, and I'm putting him at the top of this relationship. He came in. Okay. Archangel Michael came in here for Isis energy. Wow. For light worker energy, someone who has access to their Akashic records and Venus energy out here. You could also be the deliverer of karma. Somebody here was not awakened to your spiritual gifts. Isis energy here. The light worker energy driven by a deep desire to serve those in need. You are blessed with intuitive powers and inner guidance. You have access to your Akashic records and your Venus energy, the desire. Okay, you could be sexy. Okay, you're fertile. You've already had your children. You're still fertile. Okay, prosperity here, victory is here. Power of love conquers all energy here. That's this energy. Yeah, you are karma. Okay, this could be good or bad. You could bring good into people's lives, or the way they treat you can bring however they treated you, their karma into their lives, good or bad. Okay. So what secrets, is it that you're holding on to? Shit, hell, none. If anybody asks you anything, you that type of person, you like shit, I'll be the first to tell you what's up, shit. And here's what's going on. And this is what happened because motherfuckers, this, that, the third. Because, man, family, once you think about how they did you, you're like, oh, you dirty bitch. When you find motherfuckers cloning your phone, you find people you meet giving you false names, but then their government issued ID that comes from a hospital says a whole different name. Man, that's some bullshit. Somebody here is like, damn, they thought they had you entrapped. They weren't spiritually awakened. You understand what's going on. You understand exactly what's going on. Mm. I like that energy too. I like that you have clarity in this energy. Yeah, you have Archangel Shamel here, the bringer of pure love, powerful spiritual illumination, okay? Peace in your heart and relationships of one who seeks God. Ooh, that's so romantic, family. Let me see. You focusing? That is romantic. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yes, you were the diamond in the rough. You're rare, a one of a kind. Okay. Even when you're under pressure. All right. You were overlooked, turning into something great. And that's what a lot of people see too now. They're upset. This has been revealed when I look over at this deck. This has been revealed. We got the energy of Oya here as well. There's a rebirth and a change coming in. You could be this storm bringer, okay? And you brought the storm because you're also a protector of the children and your spouse. So somebody here, shit, they could have been attacking you and your spouse knew, and your spouse came in, and we got ISIS here again. Yeah, you knew that you were under attack. Your spouse knew you was under attack, and you brought that storm, okay? It says Isis, protection, healing, magical powers. The most beautiful thing, the most beautiful things are created in the most darkest places. Yeah, you've been in a dark place and you have awakened the Isis in you. You have awakened the emperor and the empress, whether that's you as masculine, feminine energy, or as if this is somebody else, but that's your soulmate. I'm just gonna tell you who they are. Soulmate right there. They came right out. Yeah, and your ancestors came in with this protection energy as well. You got a lot of protection around you, okay? You really, really do, family, okay? It says here, shielding and protecting you from psychic attacks, clearing away blockages, shaman accessing your gifts and healing abilities. So you could be shaman energy out here. Mm. Hmm. I'm telling you, look, somebody does not have access to your goddess codes anymore. Okay. It says goddess codes, no fuck shit allowed. All right. Somebody was definitely trying to break into your goddess codes, your Akashic records, break into your technology. They was doing a lot. Okay. They was using technology, they was using projections, they was using just every fucking thing. Okay. Something spirit wants me to tell you too. Don't never just let your guard down though. Okay, family. Yeah, you got protection around you, but you too have to be responsible for yourself. Bitch. Okay. Because what is this here? Yeah, high priestess in reverse. I promise you, you dealing with a high priestess in reverse that does not have access to goddess code. Look at spirit clarifying the message right here. Yeah, it was a high priestess in reverse. This person has no intuition. They have no subconscious mind. Okay. They're not spiritually awakened. Okay. They don't have the sacred insight that you have or the wisdom. They don't have access to the gateway to the divine feminine. That didn't I just finish saying? Don't put your guard down. Okay. Stay on point. Wow. Look at spirit coming through. I promise you, because this person is hating on your freedom when I look over here. Hating on your freedom. Tell me more, spirit. Hating on your freedom. Yeah. Could be trying to collaborate. Okay. Look at spirit telling you what you need to know. Look. So this energy is hating on your freedom, trying to collaborate and wanting you not to believe this. Damn. Look, something about this hunt in reverse. So they don't want you to believe that they were hunting you. Which is crazy. Exactly. Something about them not wanting you to believe that they were hunting you, but then something about fear here. Maybe they just wanted you to be in some sort of fear. I don't know. Fear here with joy. Somebody's in fear of you experiencing joy. Wow. That's what it is. They wanted you to believe they weren't hunting you, so you put your guard down and get caught slipping. But this bitch over here is actually in fear of you having joy with someone, possibly. Tell me more. Yeah. Damn. You had somebody like really hating on you. They're in fear of you being in joy and having playtime or being playful with someone. Tell me more, Spirit. And they was wearing a disguise here. Yep. They've got wisdom in the reverse with a disguise. So there's a high priestess out here that is acting like they're a high priestess and they're really not. Okay. They have no wisdom. They have no access to their Akashic records. They are not connected to the Most High. They're not connected to the Most High because they have been, wow, I cannot make it up. They have been a dark night of the soul. Damn. Something about the demigod is here. Okay. The chosen one, destiny, unique gifts. Yes. Special lineage, sacred, duty, divine purpose, the server of the creator of good, they wanted to swap. I can't make it up. When I look over, she wanted to swap your position. This high priestess in the reverse wanted to swap your position. Yeah. There was some sort of deal made here. It may have started out as some sort of inspiration. Somebody had to adapt to something, to bring something into balance, to step into a rebirth, but they wanted them to forget about it. Wow, look, this swap, somebody damn near swapped you out for your shit. They wanted you to forget. This had something to do with your past life. You done been through it before. They wanted you to forget. And it's like you remembered something at the very last minute because these motherfuckers are about to make a move on you, honey. I cannot make it up. Yes, they couldn't trick you in the reverse. Wow. Look, they couldn't trick you. And therefore they did not get this victory. Wow. Yes. When it came to your death. Damn. This shit came out like that. That swap of destinies did not happen because they could not trick you when it came to some sort of victory they were going to have with the swap of your destiny and your unaliving. They could not trick you. Therefore, there was not a victory when it came to your unaliving. Ooh, wee. Damn. And that was their motherfucking intention. Ooh. Yeah, they don't fucked up. They don't fucked up. They don't fuck up. What? Look, Spirit is saying that's why you got to say God, goodbye. Spirit is saying this is why you have to say goodbye and mean it to these energies. That was gaslighting you. I'm telling you, look, because now that you are in this divine love, and that's where it's give and take. Yeah. Woo! I'm gonna leave this message right here, okay? Because Spirit came through with that message. I'm gonna leave this message right here. So yeah, you keep this energy here, family. Okay, no clowns allowed. Protect your peace like it's your password. All right. I love you and the divine loves you. Okay. Thank you so much for being here. I love you. Let's close out. At this time, divine, I ask that you continue to keep love, harmony, tranquility, prosperity, peace, protection, and respect, and good health and good wealth in our lives and all the time. Ashe and thank you. And until next time, you know what I love to say. Namaste.